Hey everyone, in this Madden 24 how to change hot routes pre-play guide, I'm going to explain what hot routes are and how you can change them just before you do the actual play. So if we go to the training camp on the route menu here, jump into team practice, and when you're inside here, we're just going to set up a play, and I'm going to explain why you may want to do this and how it all works. So pick a team, and just go and set everything up. Of course, you could use your ultimate team as well with the practice there if you want. So I'll go with the Dolphins versus the Raiders here, and we'll set up a play. So what we're intending to do here is have a little look at a particular play. So I'll go to the concept, and let's say we're going to look at a deep pass play. Okay, so well, you can do this with any play that you like, but this is what we're talking about when we're talking about the hot routes. It's where the direction of your players are going to be. So we have a little look at these different things here. So let's go for, I don't know, something like this one. Say the verticals. So we'll go with, say, gun bunch, wide, nasty on the right. So your hot routes, and then we just do a play against this. So we'll go cover sky, doesn't really matter. So the hot routes you can see when you're on this area by holding down the left trigger on your controller, and this shows where everyone is. If you're not sure what those buttons are, down the bottom right you should see a button that says pre-play, and if you press that you'll see all these different things, and the show play art is showing where the hot routes are. So I can press a stick again to close that. So the thing that why this is useful is if we look at those hot routes there, so we've got those three yellow ones and the red one, and if we're thinking, oh man, they look pretty tight where the opposing team is lined up, you can quickly change one of these by using this method in the pre-play, where you can change any or all of these routes, but you've got to do it within the time limit that you've got. So you want to be in the practice area to get used to this, and think about who you may want to change. So we can see here why Monstert is going to go through the middle on the left hand side. The guy heel, which would be button X for me, is going to go straight forward. It may look okay there, but there's that guy to the left of him who may block him. We can see on the right hand side we've got A is going to be the main place sort of running forwards, and he might get caught by the player that he runs past. So we may want to adjust any of these. So this is what you can do. What we do here is press the right stick button or whatever one it shows down the bottom, and you can see hot routes is Y. And when you go into hot routes, you then get these select receiver buttons here. So we've got, these are the corresponding players that we can see that we were talking about a minute ago, and I can change any of their hot routes by picking any of these here and changing it. So if we go for, say, T Hill on the left, so we hit X, we've then got these different options. So it says what do you want to do, and this is something you've got to mess around with and get used to, which is why it's useful in the sort of area here, so you can take your time and think about ones that you're going to use again and again. So we may say actually what we want you to do is a fade. So I press up on the right stick, we come back to this area, like, well, what did it do? If we hold down the left stick, so we can see Hill is doing this straight run forwards. So let's do that again and just pick a different one. So we'll go to Hill again, and we'll say actually what I want you to do is a curl. So let's pull the left stick down, and now if we look at it, you can see he's curling back, so he's not going to do such a big run there. So you may not be happy with that as well, and that's the nice thing about this area. You can just keep messing around with it and say, oh, let's have a little look at all these different things. So like, what's a slant? So that would be move the right stick to the right, and have a little look then what he's doing. So he's going to be crossing over and putting more pressure on that right hand side, which might be quite interesting, because you can see we've got a lot of players on the right hand side, so that might cause a bit of confusion there if he crosses over there. So we could then try this out and see how that is, but we may want to adjust one of these other ones. Maybe we want to have, say, Waddle under B do a different move to what he's doing. So we'll go with the routes there, have a little look at Waddle with B, and say actually what we want you to do is come back. So down the bottom of this set of things here, come back, left trigger for me, and of course you should see your own buttons there if you're different. And we can see there that he is now doing a different thing. He's now running forwards and then sort of cutting back to the right, which may not work that good because it's still putting him near that defender. So we can have another look at him and say, actually, let's have a little look and go Waddle again, and try, say, a smoke screen. Let's see what he would do there. So he's sort of going to be pulling maybe a player towards him by sort of staying close here. So we could see how that's going to go. So at any point, of course, we can now practice this and see what's going on. So we'll do the snap and see where people run. So you can see Waddle actually was in a nice bit of space there. The other defenders got pulled away, and we did make a bit of progress there with that snap. Now when you come back to this place again, of course that's all reset. We've got the same play, but I have to look at where everyone is, so you can see they've gone back to their default positions, but I can go, actually I can mess around with that again. The other thing to bear in mind is, like I say, in the real game you've only got, what is it, 30 seconds or something before you're going to get a penalty, so you can't spend too long on here, which is why you want to do it in the practice area. But it's a really nice way, I find that very useful if I've set out a play and I look at the opposing team and think, oh dear, they've guessed that rather good, so I need to mix it up a bit. So for example, Hill there, we could change that, but you get the idea. So the other thing I want to show you is, if you want to walk through different ways of using this, is if you come out of practice mode, there's actually a really nice training area where you can mess around with this and really learn different ways of going through the different plays if you want, so it'll walk you through different ones. And this is in the training camp. And so on the root menu, go to training camp, go to skills trainer, and on this area you'll find loads of useful little games where you can learn how the game works. So we'll just go with the Dolphins again, and I might need to move me to the bottom right so you can see the one that we're interested in. So these are all little drills that will help you understand the game. It's a big, complicated game, and where you'll find this particular one to help you with those offensive hot routes is in pre-play. And you can see I've gone through it here. I've only had a quick go at it, but inside offensive hot routes it says change the routes of your receivers at the line by using offensive hot routes. So let's take a look. So this will go through different ideas with the the hot routes. So it says slant hot route the primary red route receiver by pressing Y, call a slant route and complete the pass before time runs out. So these are all mini challenges, and this is, you're going to get your medals based on what it says, and these vary each time you come into this little training drill. So we control here, hold down left trigger, and we can see Y there, and it said change Y to a slant. So I go on here and then slant with the right stick, and then I need to complete a pass. So I'm looking for the pass, There we can see, hopefully, there we go, we got it. So this is a nice way of sort of thinking of different ways that you could use the offensive hot routes. So this one, hot route the running back by pressing Y, call a swing route and complete the pass before time comes out. So do that one, I'll just do this one again. So the right back right button this time, and then it was a swing, wasn't it? So we'll do that with the right stick, and then we'll do the pass. So I'll just pass it there, and you can see we've completed that one as well and made a bit of progress. So it's quite nice, that mode, so you can see how different things work. But there you go, that's how to change hot routes in the pre-play. I hope that was useful to you, and I hope you have fun with it. Do let me know if it was useful. Comments are much appreciated to help the YouTube algorithm know that this was a good video. I hope it was. And anything else you need to know about Madden 24, hit me up with a comment. I'll do my best to help with a future video. Thanks for watching.